Remote work did not just change where people work. It changed who companies compare you against. The office disappeared, but so did many geographic protections. And once professional competition stopped feeling local, tech careers quietly started changing permanently. For years, many careers operated inside geographic limits. Companies hired within regions, within cities, within commuting distance. And because those boundaries existed, professional competition also remained partially contained. But remote work quietly removed many of those limits. At first, that change felt liberating. More flexibility, more freedom. And for many professionals, those advantages were real. But underneath, another process started expanding quietly: competition itself. Because once companies became operationally comfortable with distributed work, the hiring pool changed completely. The organization no longer compared you only against people nearby. Now it could compare countries, time zones, global labor markets, different cost structures, different salary expectations. And over enough time, that shift started reshaping tech careers structurally, especially in software, where digital work already moved easily across borders. The dangerous part is, this transition rarely feels immediate, because the role still exists, the interviews still exist, the salaries may still appear strong externally, but underneath, professional leverage quietly changes direction, because local scarcity becomes weaker inside globally accessible systems. That does not mean everyone loses, but it does mean career dynamics change, especially once organizations fully adapt to remote operational structures. The environment becomes larger, but individual positioning often becomes less protected. That contradiction changes professional psychology enormously, because many careers previously benefited from geographic friction, limited hiring pools, regional specialization, local demand imbalances, physical office constraints. Remote work quietly reduces all four. And once those barriers disappear, professional optionality starts changing underneath. The opportunities still exist, but the competition expands faster. And eventually, many professionals start feeling something strange emotionally. The career still functions, but the leverage feels weaker. The market still moves, but the positioning feels less stable. Because over enough time, global systems change how value behaves. The company gains more access, more flexibility, more labor options. But professionals often experience the opposite: more comparison, more pressure, more replaceability, especially once remote environments become normalized structurally. That is why many professionals quietly started feeling less differentiated, not because their skills disappeared, because the comparison layer expanded massively. And once comparison expands globally, careers often become psychologically different. The future feels less protected, less predictable, less geographically anchored. And over enough time, that shift starts changing behavior itself. People become more defensive, more optimization-focused, more concerned with visibility, more aware of replacement pressure. Because over enough time, remote environments also change how professionals experience identity itself. The office once created proximity, visibility, familiarity, repeated human interaction. And even though those systems were imperfect, they still created relational gravity. Remote structures quietly weaken much of that, especially once organizations become heavily distributed. The work still happens, the meetings still happen, but professional presence starts feeling more abstract, more interchangeable, more performance-based. And eventually, many professionals begin experiencing a strange form of invisible compression. The career still moves, but the sense of positional security starts weakening underneath. Because once environments become globally fluid, professional identity itself often becomes less anchored. And over enough time, many people stop asking, "How do I grow here?" They start asking, "How do I remain competitive everywhere?" That psychological shift changes tech careers permanently. One of the biggest misconceptions about remote work is the belief that flexibility only increased freedom. In reality, the market became larger, but so did the pressure. And over enough time, many professionals stop experiencing careers as local trajectories entirely. They start experiencing them as global positioning systems. That psychological shift changes everything. The role still exists, the income may still exist, but underneath, the environment already changed scale completely. And once professional systems fully adapt to global remote structures, many careers never return to their previous level of protection again.